Many people believe that hardships in life are unfair, as if they are being punished for something. But difficulties are not punishments. They are simply part of life, just as the sun rises and sets, just as the seasons change. No one can live a life without challenges, no matter how much they try to avoid them. When we resist difficulties, we create more suffering for ourselves. Imagine trying to stop the wind with your hands. The harder you push against it, the stronger it seems to blow. But if you relax and let the wind pass through, it loses its power over you. In the same way, when we fight against the difficulties of life, we make them feel heavier. Some people ask, why do bad things happen to good people? But life does not work like a simple equation of reward and punishment. A strong tree does not grow in a place without storms. It grows stronger because of them. When we face challenges, we are given an opportunity, not to suffer, but to grow. Our struggles shape us, teaching us patience, resilience, and wisdom. A person who has never faced hardship may seem happy, but they are like a bird that has never flown against the wind. The true test of our strength is not how much we can avoid difficulties, but how we walk through them without losing our balance. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We can ask, what can I learn from this? When we change our question, we change our experience. If we accept that life is full of challenges, we stop seeing them as enemies. Instead, they become our teachers. When you are in the middle of a difficult time, it may seem impossible to see any meaning in it. But life is like a painting. If you stand too close, you only see dark colors and rough brushstrokes. But when you step back, you begin to see the full picture. In the same way, time gives us the space to understand our experiences. Difficulties will come and go, just like the waves of the ocean. But you are not the wave. You are the ocean itself. The waves may rise and fall, but the ocean remains. In the same way, challenges will come and go, but your true self remains unshaken. Most people try to escape pain. When they feel uncomfortable, they distract themselves, turning to entertainment, work, or even unhealthy habits. But avoiding pain does not make it disappear. It only pushes it away for a short time, like a shadow that follows you wherever you go. What if, instead of running away, we chose to welcome our struggles? This does not mean we must enjoy suffering. It simply means we stop seeing it as something unnatural. If we can accept that challenges are part of life, they lose their power to disturb us. Think of a river flowing over rocks. The water does not complain about the obstacles in its path. It simply moves around them, shaping them over time. The river does not resist. It adapts. In the same way, we can choose how we respond to challenges. If we resist, we become rigid and break. But if we learn to flow, we remain strong. Many people believe that happiness comes from perfect conditions, good health, success, and peaceful relationships. But if our peace depends on everything going the way we want, we will never truly be at peace. Life will always bring unexpected turns. True strength comes from being at ease, even when things are not perfect. Imagine holding a cup of hot tea. If you grip it tightly, it will burn your hands. But if you hold it gently, it will warm you. Life's difficulties are the same. If we hold them too tightly, we suffer. But if we allow them to be as they are, without fighting them, they become easier to carry. This is not weakness. It is wisdom. Some people think that accepting struggles means giving up, but true acceptance is not passive. It means facing life as it is, without wishing it were different. It means standing firm like a mountain, even when the wind blows hard. No matter how difficult life may seem, no storm lasts forever. The sky is always there behind the clouds, waiting to be seen again. In the same way, our struggles will pass, but our ability to remain calm and steady will stay with us. If we learn to embrace life's challenges instead of fearing them, we will find something unexpected. A quiet strength, already within us, that has been waiting to be discovered. When we face difficulties, we often think we must fight our way through them. But life's challenges are not enemies to defeat. They are like rough stones in a river, shaping us as we move past them. The question is not whether we will face hardship. The question is how we will walk through it. Some people carry their struggles like heavy stones in a bag. They hold on to their pain, their regrets, their fears. Over time, the weight becomes unbearable. But what if we learn to carry our burdens differently? Instead of gripping them tightly, we can hold them lightly, knowing that they do not define us. A wise person does not ask, "How can I avoid suffering?" but rather, "How can I walk through this with dignity?" When we stop seeing hardships as unfair, we begin to see them as teachers. They show us what truly matters. They reveal our inner strength. They remind us that nothing in life is permanent, not even our struggles. Imagine a candle in the wind. If the flame is weak, it flickers and dies. But if it burns steadily, the wind only makes it dance. In the same way, difficulties can either break us or make us shine brighter. It depends on how we face them. There is an old story about a man who carried 2 pots of water every day. One pot was cracked and leaked, while the other remained full. The cracked pot felt ashamed, believing it was useless. But one day, the man showed the pot a path filled with beautiful flowers. "The water you leaked nourished these flowers," he said. "Without your cracks, this beauty would not exist." In the same way, our struggles are not signs of weakness. They are part of our journey. The challenges we face may leave marks on us, but these marks are not wounds. They are signs of growth. When life feels heavy, remember, you are not alone. Every person, no matter how wise or strong, has faced hardship. The difference is in how we carry it. If we walk forward with grace, knowing that struggles are part of life, we become unshakable. Hardships will come and go, but your spirit remains. You are not the storm, you are the sky. The storm may pass through, but you remain steady, wide, and open. And in that stillness, you will find your strength. Life is not meant to be free of hardship. It is a path with both smooth roads and steep mountains. But when we stop resisting the journey and walk with acceptance, we find a quiet strength within ourselves. The difficulties we face do not weaken us. They reveal our resilience, our patience, and our wisdom. In moments of struggle, it is easy to feel lost, as if we are alone in our pain. But no one walks this path alone. Every person, no matter their background or experiences, knows the weight of sorrow and uncertainty. And yet, just as the morning always follows the night, peace is always waiting beyond the storm. When we face challenges, we do not need to push them away or fear them. Instead, we can stand firm, knowing that we are capable of carrying them with grace. We can remind ourselves that even the most difficult moments will pass, just as the seasons change. Perhaps the most important lesson is this: life is not something to control, but something to move with. Like a river flowing to the sea, we do not need to fight against the current. We can trust that every step we take, even the painful ones, is part of something greater. For those who have taken the time to listen and reflect, I am deeply grateful. Your presence here, your thoughts, and your willingness to explore these ideas mean a great deal. If you have shared your support through a like, a subscription, a comment, or even a super thanks, I sincerely appreciate it. Knowing that these words have reached you and perhaps offered some comfort or clarity is more than enough. May your path be steady, may your heart be at peace, and may you always remember that even in life's challenges, you remain whole.